everyone, Lakey here, and I think that the Capture the Flag game mode should be removed. If the necessary improvements are not issued, that is. Capture the Flag has to be one of, if not the most underwhelming and disappointing game modes in the game. From my game mode ranking video, people did not cast a good light on it, and it was not something that was viewed as being anywhere near the top game mode. From a points perspective, with only 10 minutes to play total, the capture bonuses and defense and attack bonuses being relatively small, it feels like there's not a ton of opportunities to bring in a decent points haul from playing to the game mode itself when you compare it to other modes that we have available. While you get 400 points, 100 less points than a flag capture, for capturing a flare point for example, I feel like on an active round of flare domination you can be capturing flares a ton throughout the match. Compare that to capture the flag only being able to capture the flag 5 times maximum per round, and only one person able to cap and get that full bonus, the difference in points is quite noticeable. Points aside, it feels like more often than other game modes, you're being let down by your team more if they just aren't able to adequately defend or capture flags against an enemy team that is really into the round. It often seems to feel like people just have an agenda that is anything but playing towards the objective in any way, and it feels like on any other game mode, this isn't always the case. I feel like the main reason my team may be shut out on King of the Hill or Flare Domination is simply due to poor team balance, but with Capture the Flag, my team simply being disinterested can lead to a loss. A loss often over so soon in such a one-sided way that it feels underwhelming and a bit like a waste of time. I think that this could maybe be attributed to the way that Capture the Flag is maybe more individual than other game modes. Yes, you need to work as a team to maybe defend your flag or capture it and maybe have some support with that, but one person is doing the capturing at a given time, and so it just kind of feels a little individual, I guess, compared to other game modes where I can have 3 people capturing a flare with me and we're all getting the benefits of it and we're all, really playing to that game mode. But with Capture the Flag, only one person can carry the flag, and I'm not trying to say that multiple people should, it's just that the game mode itself doesn't really cater to team play in the way that others do. And then we need to consider the maps themselves that we're playing on, of course. It really feels like a good amount of the maps are not really suited to playing Capture the Flag, being that the placements of the flags that themselves may be just kind of wonky in a weird area. Certain sides just have a better advantage on the map to begin with than others, and the map in its base form just might not work very well for the mode. I feel like with any other game mode, you can really see it slot in well, where for King of the Hill, all you need is a central point for the map, and then for Flare Domination, you've got your gimme point for each side, so that can be somewhere on the team side, and then you just have the central point, where you will have the, kind of point that you're mainly fighting over. But with Capture the Flag, it just feels like it doesn't integrate as well into the maps that we have without changes being needed. Out of curiosity, I did want to see what people really enjoyed playing Capture the Flag on, so I made a community post and tallied up the numbers and displayed it here conveniently in this graph for you. As you can see, Mirage, Metro, Desert Storm, and Mall are amongst many people's favorites. What is also telling is that a lot of people answered none for their favorite map, people also citing that when they answered none, that was because they think that Capture the Flag sucks as a game mode, so that's telling us to how people feel about this game mode. What's surprising though is that Mirage of all maps is maybe in the top. I was not expecting that given the scale of the map, but we can look at this and see the trends in the maps and the properties that a good map has for playing Capture the Flag compared to others. So with all this, I'm just not too happy with Capture the Flag plays out as a game mode, and it doesn't seem like the community really is either, but I also believe it can be improved before we jump ship and call for it to be removed or replaced, and I'll get exactly into why I think and how that could go about happening. So firstly, I think an indicator that the enemy team has captured your flag could maybe help some people wake up in a sense if they're not really bothering with the round. This could be in the form of a sound which we've seen in other aspects of the game, or something literally saying, the enemy has captured your flag, or something like that. This might help some people have an oh moment and realize they need to start actually participating in the mode. If checking the score under the timer wasn't apparent enough for some people, maybe this will be. Next, I think that the little grace period that you have for carrying the flag before your position is revealed to everyone could maybe be adjusted. On a lot of the maps, it feels like you can run a decent way and even get into your team's controlled area of the map before you're even able to be detected, and so there's really no threat or danger with carrying the flag. And then by the time you may get detected and your position is able to be accurately determined by the enemies, it kind of feels like it's too little too late to intervene, or for the enemy team rather, to do anything about stopping you from capture the flag. A lot of times it feels like the team can just capture the flag and disappear on the map until eventually their position is revealed and they're basically right next to their own flag. And it just kind of feels a little underwhelming. It kind of feels like there was nothing I could have done unless I was sitting right next to the flag. Given the way that some of the pathways are on the map, it doesn't necessarily allow for barreling straight into the enemy if they're underground or something like that, or if they're just in a closed off area that is just too far to get to or something like that. So with that, maybe making it a little shorter could be a good thing. I don't think that the grace period should be removed, as that would be make people very vulnerable, and probably too vulnerable to the point where you're not really able to capture the flag as your whole position is known, but just enough to get out of the flag area and start your way to your own spawn and just not have it be so that you make it halfway there already. Along with that, I think that map versions could be better adapted to having the game mode take place. On some maps, that means simply adjusting the flag points themselves with a better placement or more cover or something like that. On others, altering the layout of the map to better suit the mode would be applicable. In the community post I did, a lot of people expressed they liked maps with multiple layers, or at least an organic layout that allows for different ways to capture the flag, either brute force your way on the surface or sneak through a series of tunnels below the ground. And looking at maps that people enjoy the most, it definitely seems that an underground portion, or at least layers to the map, is something that's the way to go. With this, and maybe some improvements others can come up with, maybe we could see the Capture the Flag game mode playing better in the future. It has gotten tweaks and changes in the past, but so far nothing has proven to really be effective in lifting the game mode up and making it more enjoyable. So maybe we just get one last shout at trying to improve the mode and getting more and very good community feedback as to where we really feel it falls short. At the end of the day though, this mode feels like it might just be better off being played in middle school PE classes. As always, I would like to get your thoughts on the matter. What would you do to improve Capture the Flag? Or would you just straight up remove it? If you remove it, what game mode would you put in its place? That could be a new one perhaps, or one of the ones we've already seen. I don't know about you, but I would personally like to see gun game given another chance. Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments. That's all I've got for you today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.